morning to you ladies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to the usual old vlog that I do every time that I come back from a convention. And again, my voice is gone. It's just gone. I'm sick. Stupid PAX made me sick. I've avoided it for PAX East, Indie PopCon, but PAX Prime got me. It got me, it just suckered me in. It saw me and it said, oh, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna make you as sick as you've been in years. Well, I'm not that sick, but I got like a blocked up nose and my head feels like it weighs about 4 times as much as it normally does. Oh, it's horrible. I hate being sick. Why did I have to get sick? I have to go back and record videos now. It sucks. But on a happier note, PAX Prime was awesome. It was one of the coolest conventions that I've been to so far. Keep saying it every time I come back from one. I said it at PAX East that it was the best weekend ever. Came back from Indie PopCon and said it was so much better. And now PAX Prime is even better again. Well, in some ways it was, and in some ways it wasn't. Because Indie PopCon I got to meet way more people, which is surprising that I didn't get sick from that one. But PAX Prime, I did more panels, and I got to meet other YouTubers. I got to meet more YouTubers. I got to meet Felix and Ken for the first time, which was so damn cool. Those guys are awesome. It's always weird when you meet them for the first time because it's not a big deal or anything. It is in one way, but when you meet them, it's like you've talked to them so much on Skype that when you meet them, it's like, oh hey, how's it going? And you like hug them and say hello. Like it's not like, oh my god, you're Felix and Ken! Sorry if it seems like I was really absent over the last week. I flew out last Thursday, so it was actually a week ago I flew out. But I couldn't really like use my computer. Well, I didn't bring a computer with me, but I couldn't use like YouTube. I wasn't able to like answer comments and I wasn't able to read tweets or anything all that much because I am a little Irish boy. Being over in America with an Irish phone doesn't really work, so I had to go from Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, which didn't really help. But Dahi helped me out actually. I met him as well. Again, he gave me an American phone that I could tether to and bring with me, so I was able to have tiny bits of connection here and there, but it wasn't perfect. I was just so busy anyway, I didn't really have time to do anything, so I'm sorry if I wasn't tweeting or tumbling or Instagramming or YouTubing all that much when I was there. I was just trying to focus on the convention, which was so damn awesome. We went in and the first day on the Friday, we didn't really do anything. We just kind of like hung out and got dinner. But then on Saturday morning, it was supposed to be a panel with me, Felix and Ken. And I had asked people if Mark was allowed to do it because why not? All 4 of us there together. It was just going to be so much fun. There was no reason not to have him on stage. So it was called People Doing Panel, so it was kind of ambiguous. So we brought Mark up and it was cool. We played Cards Against Humanity at the start of it. And there was really good camera work. It was a really good venue. There was a cool stage. We sat down and we played Cards Against Humanity for the first like half hour of it. It was so much fun. It was really funny and a lot of people had come up and asked questions. We did a Q&A after the first half hour where people lined up either side of the aisles with microphones, and that was awesome too. People kind of asked for stuff a bit too much where we had to get up and go down and like give them hugs, give them high fives, give them bro fists, that kind of stuff. I was happy to do it, but it kind of disrupted the panel a bit and it made us that always leads to answering less questions. So while it was fun, we probably could have handled it a bit better. But on the Sunday, which Felix went home after on Sunday, which kind of sucked because he was there for a very, very short time. He was only there for the Friday and the Saturday, and then Sunday he wasn't even at the convention. So we had to say goodbye to him Saturday night, which kind of sucked. I really loved hanging out with him and I really loved meeting him, and he's so cool. He's such a nice person in real life. He's just as nice as when I talked to him on Skype, even nicer actually. And we had so much fun, and he's so laid back and down to earth, which a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize how nice he actually is in real life. It was kind of a thing because I got Mark on our panel, then he got me on his panel. So it was still the Markiplier and friends, but it was Mark, Bob, Wade and me this time, and that was so cool as well. People kept thinking I had stage fright. I saw some people on Tumblr were saying, Jack looks so scared. He looks so nervous. Does he have stage fright? He's not saying much. It was really just a case of me being quiet because it was Mark's kind of panel. It was Mark and Bob and Wade's panel that they've always done. And I was a tag along. I wasn't supposed to be there to begin with, so I stayed to myself a little bit. Because Mark did that when he was on our panel. He kind of just stayed a bit lower. He didn't like try and take over the panel or anything, so I thought I'd show him the same courtesy for his one. I didn't want to be the guy who shouted all the time and everyone was like, why is he ruining Mark's panel? The first panel with Felix and Ken and Mark was kind of a more spoken, witty kind of panel, and then the one with Mark, Bob and Wade was more of a slapstick kind of panel. Everything was very like animated. We never sat down, and we were like pretend fighting and hugging each other and doing cartwheels and everything, so it was a lot more physical. So much fun. Then Sunday, there was another panel, but it was the Game Grumps panel, which was awesome. I finally got to meet the Game Grumps. I'm so happy. They were in the Polaris booth when we went in. It was Holly, Barry, Ross, and Ninja Brian. Brian, who was from Ninja Sex Party. They were there, and I went up to them and I was kind of like, well, I didn't go up to them first. I was kind of like looking at them from a distance, because they knew who I was anyway before I went there through Twitter. But it's just weird meeting people like that for the first time. I was so scared and nervous because those guys I watch them all the time. I'm such a huge fan of them. And they were so welcoming to me. They were so nice. They were incredibly nice people. And I couldn't believe how, like, as soon as I went up, they treated me as one of their own instantly. It was amazing. And then we went to the YouTube gaming party that was on the Friday night. Aaron was there, Ego Raptor. I got to meet him because he wasn't at the Polaris booth. He was off doing his own thing in the city because he was trying to avoid the convention. He's so awesome as well. He was like just instantly he was like, finally we got to meet, and he was so nice to me and I couldn't believe it, and we got to sit down and talk to them for ages. And then the Sunday before the panel, I got to meet Danny, who is so cool as well. All these people are so nice. I just want to hug them. Again, like, I am a YouTuber who does this stuff as well, and our channel has more subscribers than their channel by now, but I still feel like I'm just still new to all of this. Like, having more subscribers to them doesn't mean a whole lot, and I'm still a huge fan of them, and I look up to them so much. They have so much experience online and doing what they do, and they're very inspirational people. Their panel was so funny. They mentioned my name in their panel and I was so happy. I have to go to LA sometime. I have to go to LA and meet them. Well, that's what they kept saying. Every person from the Game Grumps that I met, they were like, dude, you should come to LA sometime. You should really come to LA and hang out. And I was like, I will. I have to. I want to go see Mark anyway over in LA. I want to actually go to LA to see what it's like and just experience the culture over there. But I also want to go and hang out with the Game Grumps again because they're so awesome. They're so fun. I love these people. I'm so lucky to be able to do what I do, to be where I am, and to like do the things that I did over the weekend, to meet those people and have them know who I was before I even met them. Such cool people like that, and to be able to go up and do these kinds of panels with other really cool people who I can call friends now. You've no idea how much like all of this means to me and how lucky I am. It's weird. It's hard to put into words. It's really damn hard. And I struggle every time with it to express how I actually feel about all this stuff. But again, I still feel very new to all of this. I still feel like I haven't like made it. That I'm still meeting new people and I'm hanging out with them, and everybody else is so much better at this than I am. But I'm having the time of my life. And thank you guys for that. You guys are the reason I'm here, doing what I do, living where I live, and being able to go to these kind of things and hang out with all these awesome people. I really wish I could bring you all with me and hang out with them as well. But I'll be the pioneer for the channel and I'll go do these things. I'll go do all the awesome things. You guys don't even worry about it. It sounded so much worse than I meant it. There's probably something that happened now that I'm leaving out. I always think about these kind of vlogs before I record them, and I'm like, okay, I'll talk about that, that, and that. And then when I finish them, I'm like, fucking damn it! I forgot to mention the most important thing. But I don't think there is. This convention was cool though, because it felt a lot more like hanging out with friends. I know I didn't get to meet as many of you guys than I did before. It was awesome meeting so many of you though, and I recognized some people from like Indie PopCon who were at the same convention, and some people who I'd seen online through their Twitter and everything. So it was so awesome meeting all you guys. I didn't get to meet as many as we did at Indie PopCon. I don't think any convention will ever top the amount of people we met at Indie PopCon again, but it was really nice because we did 2 signings after each panel, and we did signings at the Polaris booth. Oh, there was a Polaris thing with Mark and Wade afterwards, the very last thing that Mark did before he left. We were up in the Polaris stage talking to, I'd say, like 50 people who were out in front of us, which was nice, and it was nice and somber, and it was nice and quaint, and very laid back and casual, and we just answered some questions on that. But it felt really good to hang out with friends. As much fun as I love meeting all you guys, and that's the main reason I go to these conventions, is to like go to a focal point where everybody else can come as well and meet us. But it's such a good opportunity to hang out with friends, and this was the first time that it really, really felt like hanging out with friends. Because Indie PopCon, PAX East first, it was like we all met each other for the first time. So it was like everyone was kind of getting used to each other. And then Indie PopCon, we were just so busy, we didn't really have time to do anything. while it was cool hanging out with friends and all. But this time, we kind of had a nice balance of everything, and it was cool to hang out with these people. And it was a 4-day convention, it wasn't a 3-day like all the other ones. So I was with them for a lot longer, and it felt, I don't know, intimate isn't the word. Intimate makes it sound like a sexual thing. But it was very nice to just sit back and like hang out with them, and we were all a lot more used to being around each other and talking to each other and everything. So it was a lot more casual, it was a lot easier to talk to people. I really enjoyed it, I had such a good time. But I'm back! And videos full steam ahead! Mad Max and Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain came out while I was gone, so I'm gonna record some of them. Woo! Also, I want to try YouTube streaming. They launched their YouTube gaming app, I think it was a week before we left. And the streaming stuff is kicking off now properly, everyone's kind of getting in on it. So I want to try out the streaming side of things and see what YouTube is like for streaming, and I just want to stream more anyway. I haven't streamed in ages because I was so busy, but I have no more conventions for the rest of the year. I want to try streaming, and I want to see what YouTube gaming is like for streaming over Twitch and see which one is better for what I like to do. I like the idea of YouTube streaming because it's like, you guys don't have to go anywhere. I just stream on YouTube and you get the little notification saying I'm live, go watch Jack Boy. And we can all have a good time, and more people will probably actually be able to get in on the stream than it would be on Twitch. I don't have to send people somewhere else, so we'll see what happens. The chat, I've heard, is kind of all over the place, so unless that gets fixed, I don't know how the streaming on YouTube is going to go, but I really want to play some more games. I'm so happy that I'm back. I'm not preparing for conventions anymore, because I get to play games. And I may be sick. I may sound like my nose is all stuffed full of kittens, but that will not slow me down. That's not going to stop me. Videos are still going to come out. Always. The same as ever. Nothing's going to slow down this work ethic. Nothing's going to slow down this YouTube train. But for now, that ends this vlog. I've talked about everything I think I needed to talk about. Again, I've probably missed out some things and I probably rambled too much like every vlog. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch the like button in the face. Like a pause. And high fives all round. Whoosh, whoosh. Well, thank you guys, and I will see all you dudes!
So manly and strong!
Oh, Jesus Christ! What'd you fucking do that? You're gonna have to deal with my outro like that for like a week. I can't do anything about it. The throat is fucked. My nose is blocked. My body doesn't know what's going on.